6 months. That is how long it took to go from sitting in Nigeria to having permanent residency approved in a foreign country. And I am not talking about a student visa or a tourist visa. I am talking about a legitimate, work-based immigration pathway where you land with a job, a salary, and a clear path to building a life abroad. And today I am going to show you exactly how this is possible, and more importantly, which route is fastest for your specific situation. Most Nigerians think Japa is a long process. Years of waiting, rejections, frustration, money wasted. But the truth is, if you know the right route and you execute properly, you can be approved and moving within 6 months. I am going to break down 5 different immigration pathways across Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, and Ireland, and show you exactly which one is fastest for you based on your qualifications. So stay with me till the end because this could literally change the timeline of your life. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Praise and I run Social and Travels, a migration and relocation support company that helps Nigerians navigate international migration. We work with professionals, skilled workers, and families who are serious about making the move abroad. And through working with hundreds of clients across different countries and pathways, I have seen which routes actually work in 6 months and which ones are just not realistic no matter how hard you try. In this video I am going to cover 5 major immigration destinations: Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, and Ireland. And for each one I will break down the fastest legitimate pathway, the realistic 6-month timeline, what you need to qualify, and the biggest pitfalls that slow people down. By the end you will know exactly which country offers the fastest route for someone like you. Let us get into it. Before I dive into the routes, I need to be clear about something. 6 months is achievable, but it is not the standard. It is the fast track. And it requires 3 things. You need to be ready, you need to pick the right route, and you need to stay consistent and move fast. There is no waiting around, no procrastinating, no gathering documents slowly over time. The 6-month timeline breaks down like this. You start your application process 1 month, you are approved and land within 6 months. But that only works if several things happen together. Your documents need to be ready. Your English language test scores need to exist or be exempted. You need to have the right qualifications or job offer. Your finances need to be in order. You cannot be applying and gathering documents at the same time. Everything has to be prepared in parallel. The 6-month people are the ones who spend month 1 getting everything ready, documents, tests, qualifications verified. And from month 2 onward they are just pushing the application through the system. That is the strategy. Canada Express Entry, the 6-month possibility. Fastest timeline, 5 to 8 months from submission to approval. Express Entry is designed to move quickly. Once you get an invitation to apply, the ITA, you have 60 days to submit your full application. Then IRCC processes in 6 months as a service standard. But here is the real secret. The bottleneck is not processing. The bottleneck is getting the invitation. And that depends on your comprehensive ranking system score, your CRS. What you need: a valid passport, passing English or French test scores, work experience documentation, education credentials, and ideally a Canadian job offer or provincial sponsorship. Your CRS score determines how quickly you get the ITA. Realistic breakdown. Month 1. Prepare documents and take English test if needed. Month 2. Create Express Entry profile and enter the pool. Month 3. Wait for ITA while your file is being reviewed. Months 4 to 6. Submit application after ITA and wait for processing. Months 6 to 7. Medical exam, biometrics, and final approval. The secret. The secret to Canada is getting a strong CRS score. A job offer adds 50 points instantly. Provincial nomination adds 600 points. Either of these moves you to the front of the queue for an ITA. Without them you might wait 6 to 12 months for an invitation. Applicants from Nigeria often face longer biometrics and background check timelines, sometimes 8 to 12 weeks instead of the standard 4 to 6 weeks. Start your biometrics appointment immediately after receiving your AOR to avoid being stuck at this stage. UK Skilled Worker Visa, the predictable 6-month route. Fastest timeline, 3 to 4 weeks from job offer to visa approval. Why it is fast? This is not about immigration processing. It is about job search speed. Once you have a job offer from a UK employer with a valid skilled worker license, your visa can be approved in as little as 3 to 4 weeks. The bottleneck is finding the job, not getting the visa. What you need: a valid passport, English language proficiency, either IELTS, TOEFL, or exemption, a job offer from a UK employer, and proof of English language requirement met. The employer must have a skilled worker license and assign you a certificate of sponsorship, a COS. Realistic breakdown. Months 1 to 3, prepare your CV, take English test if needed, and job hunt aggressively. Month 4, land a job offer and get your COS. Month 5, submit visa application and pass security checks. Month 6, collect your BRP and prepare to move. Pro tip: the NHS and social care workers have faster routes and point concessions. If you are a nurse, care worker, or therapist, research the healthcare sector pathways. They are actively recruiting from Nigeria and processing faster. The pitfall: job hunting in the UK from Nigeria is the real challenge. You cannot just apply once or twice. You need a systematic approach, targeted applications to companies recruiting internationally, LinkedIn networking, recruitment agencies, and persistence. This is where most people lose the 6-month window, because they take too long to find the job. Australia Skilled Visa, the surprising dark horse. Fastest timeline, 4 to 8 months from application to approval. Why it can be fast? Australia processes skilled independent visas in the standard 8 months. But certain professions, nurses, engineers, accountants, can qualify for direct entry if they have relevant qualifications and pass their professional assessment quickly. What you need: your qualification must be on the Skilled Occupation List, SOL. You need to pass your professional body assessment, AHPRA for nurses, CPA for accountants, Engineers Australia for engineers. You need English language proficiency. And you need sufficient points from your age, education, and work experience. Realistic breakdown. Month 1. Check if your qualification is on the SOL and start your professional assessment application. Months 2 to 3. Complete your professional assessment while preparing your visa application documents. Month 4. Lodge your skill select expression of interest. Month 5 to 6. Wait for invitation and prepare full application. Month 7 to 8. Submit visa application and wait for processing. The important step. The most important step is completing your professional assessment quickly. For nurses, HPA assessment can take 4 to 8 weeks if you have all your documents ready. Some applicants get stuck here for months because they are slow to gather transcripts or employment verification. Do this in parallel with everything else. The pitfall. Points are critical. If you do not have enough points from your qualifications, age, and experience, you will not get an invitation no matter how good your application is. Calculate your exact points before you spend time preparing. If you are under 45 and have recent relevant experience, you have a better chance of reaching the cutoff. New Zealand Straight to Residence, the greenest pathway. Fastest timeline, 9 to 12 months total due to Tier 1 processing. Why you should know about this? New Zealand offers a straight to residence visa for Tier 1 occupations, which includes nurses, engineers, and builders. This means you can essentially skip the work visa stage and go straight to permanent residency if you have a job offer and meet the criteria. What you need. Your occupation must be on Tier 1. Check the critical shortage list. You need a job offer from a New Zealand employer. You need to pass health and character requirements. And you need to meet English language requirements, which nurses in many cases can be exempted from depending on your background. Realistic breakdown. Months 1 to 2, Get your qualifications verified with NCNZ if you are a nurse, or your relevant professional body months 2 to 4, job hunt and land a job offer month 5, apply for straight to residence visa month 6 to 9, wait for processing, complete health and character checks month 9 to 12, receive approval and arrange final move. The advantage: New Zealand is actively recruiting nurses from Nigeria right now. If you are a nurse, this route might actually be faster than the others because employer demand is so high that job offers can come within weeks of applying to the right hospital networks. The pitfall: health and character clearances can drag on if your documentation is incomplete. Start gathering your character references and health records early. Do not wait until the visa application stage. Ireland Critical Skills Employment Permit, the underrated option. Fastest timeline: 4 to 6 weeks from job offer to permit approval. Why it is fast? Ireland processes critical skills employment permits incredibly quickly, typically within 4 to 6 weeks if your paperwork is complete. This is one of the fastest visa approvals in Europe. What you need: a job offer from an Irish employer. Your salary must be at least €32,000 per year, or €64,000 if your job is not on the critical skills list. Valid passport, English language proficiency, clean background, and proof of qualifications. Realistic breakdown: months 1 to 2, prepare your documents and take English test if needed. Months 2 to 4, job hunt and land an offer month 5, submit your permit application month 6, receive approval and prepare to move. Why Ireland is underrated? Ireland is significantly underrated as a destination for Nigerian professionals. The visa processing is fast, the salaries are good, and there is a large Nigerian community already there. Jobs in tech, nursing, and hospitality are widely available. The pitfall: just like the UK route, the job search is the real challenge. You need to be proactive and targeted. Generic applications do not work. Use recruitment agencies that specialize in Nigerian professionals moving to Ireland. Research companies actually hiring from abroad. How to actually achieve the 6-month Japa, the real steps. Authoritative, step by step. Now that you understand the 5 routes, let me give you the actual strategy to make 6 months happen. This is what people who Japa fast do differently. Step 1. Month 0, choose your route today. Do not spend weeks researching every option. Based on what you just heard, do you have the qualifications for professional assessment in Australia? Can you qualify for a Canadian CRS score above 470? Are you a nurse who can apply to New Zealand Tier 1? Choose one primary route and one backup route. That is it. Step 2. Month 0 to 1. Prepare everything in parallel. Do not wait to do things one at a time. If you need English test scores, start studying now. If you need document verification, order it now. If you need professional assessments, apply now. Everything should be in motion before your visa application even opens. Step 3. Month 1. Lock in your job before starting formal visa application. This is the secret. If you have a job offer, your entire timeline accelerates. For UK, Ireland, and New Zealand, you cannot even apply without it. For Canada, it boosts your points massively. Make job hunting your priority 1 activity. Step 4. Month 2 onward, execute the application flawlessly. You now have everything ready. Your job is to move the application through the system as quickly as possible with 0 errors. Submit on time, respond to requests immediately, complete medical and security checks without delay. The magic ingredient. The people who Japa in 6 months are not smarter. They are just faster at execution. They do not overthink. They do not delay. They move. If you commit to this speed mindset right now, you can be approved before the year ends. What slows people down? Avoid these at all costs. Mistake 1. Waiting until everything is perfect before starting. There is no perfect time. The sooner you start, the sooner you finish. Begin now with incomplete information rather than waiting for certainty. Mistake 2. Doing things one at a time instead of parallel. The 6-month people are preparing their English test while their professional assessment is being reviewed while they are job hunting. You must have 3 to 4 things in motion at once. Mistake 3. Slow job hunting. Applying to one company per week will get you nowhere. You need to be applying to 10 to 20 positions per week. You need to be networking, reaching out to recruiters, following up aggressively. Treat it like a full-time job. Mistake 4. Not responding to requests immediately. Immigration officers give you a deadline for documents or medical exams. Respond the next day. Every single delay compounds. A 2-week delay on biometrics becomes a 4-week delay on your visa decision. Mistake 5. Not planning for country-specific delays. Nigerian applicants face longer background checks on some routes. Build this into your timeline. Start your biometrics early. Arrange your medical exam in advance. Do not treat delays as surprises. And that is the 6-month Japa pathway. 5 countries. 5 routes. All of them are possible. The question is not whether you can do it. The question is whether you are willing to move fast enough to do it. Most people Japa slowly because they are uncertain. They take weeks to make decisions, weeks to prepare documents, weeks to apply. But the people who move in 6 months? They are just as uncertain. They just move faster. They start before they are ready. They execute while they learn. And 6 months later they are landing at an airport in a new country starting a new chapter. So here is what I want you to do right now. Pick your route. Write it down. Tell someone about it. And this week, start 1 action. 1 conversation with a recruiter. 1 test registration. 1 document order. Just 1 thing. That is how it starts. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who has been saying I want to Japa but has not started. And subscribe because I post migration guides, visa strategies, and real success stories every week. If you need professional support navigating your specific route, if you want help with job search, visa applications, or relocation planning, reach out to Social and Travels. The link is in the description. I want to help you get out. See you in the next video.